Hi everybody, welcome to another Gaffer & Gear. Today we're going to take another look at the Luxley Tympany. So I first reviewed these about a year ago. In that time they've had some substantial firmware upgrades and some changes to design. So let's have a look. Alright, so straight up, this is not a review of the Tympany 1x1. This is just a catch up. So if you're looking for a review, I've done a video previously about a year back, which is a very thorough review of the product. Watch that first and then come back and watch this video because we're talking about what's changed on the unit. So the first thing that's changed is they no longer have these lock-offs. These lock-offs were easily the worst lock-off I have ever come across, but they've now changed them to a decent lock-off. Now the next thing that was a problem with these was how they ran off batteries. So if you're a client of mine, you might actually be surprised to see these. You've probably never seen me pull them out on set. And the reason you've never seen me pull them out on set is the bulk of the time I run small panels like this off batteries, so we don't have to run cables to make things nice and fast. These things were a dog to run off batteries. They'd misdiagnose a battery as flat, lose all their settings, just turn off out of nowhere. If you changed a battery, it would turn back on without its settings. So let's have a quick look to see. So we're on gel 59, turn it off, take the battery off, put it back on, turn back on. So hopefully it boots up into gel 59. Okay, gel mode's number 59. So yes, that's a huge improvement. So if you own one of these and you stopped using it like me because the battery mode was such a severe pain in the ass, they have fixed it by the looks of it. Now there is one case in which you can lose the settings, and that's only about, say, 1 in 10 times maybe. And that's if you get somebody take the battery off while it's still turned on. Okay, so sometimes the computer doesn't like that. So let's take it off, put it back on. Now say it doesn't happen all the time. So let's fire it back up. So we had gels mode number 59. Let's have a look. Gel mode number 59. So occasionally it'll go back to its base CCT page if that happens. But hugely reliable now off battery, and I will be using these more often on set now. They'll start becoming a go-to light for me if I want a color. Now the next change to the firmware is quite impressive because it's something that a lot of very expensive lights, and I'm talking lights that cost in excess of 8,000 Australian dollars, it's something that those lights can't do, but this thing can. All right, so this is the HSI mode. So a lot of lights have this. So basically you can select your color hue, and then you can desaturate it, which means mixing it with white light. So I'm just going to do that now. And as per industry standard, the previous firmware mixed to daylight. Now with this unit, you can select the base Kelvin that you desaturate to. So we can change this white light here to tungsten, to a warm white. In fact, we can go anywhere in 50 Kelvin increments between 3000 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin. So for example, if we're in a 3,200 Kelvin environment, say a studio environment that's predominantly tungsten lit, we can match this into tungsten, and then we can add colors to that tungsten base. Now the next thing that's changed since I reviewed these is a master and slave mode, which basically means you can use the controls on one light to operate multiple lights as one unit. So operate multiple lights simultaneously. And all you need is a 5-pin DMX cable. So basically plug that in and plug it into your other light, go into the menu system, select DMX and hit select, and then select up the top DMX master and turn that to on and confirm. Now whatever changes I make on this unit, that unit will follow. One thing I didn't cover in the previous video in any detail was the DMX capability of the unit, and that's because my DMX capabilities at the time were very, very limited. So one thing I like about this unit is when you pop a command to it, it is instant. So if you make it brighter or darker, it doesn't fade up or fade down. It is snap on your command. So we'll just have a look at that. So it goes from 100% brightness to 0% brightness and back up instantly. So that is absolutely fantastic. There is one problem with the DMX, and it's It's a problem that, or not really a problem, it's an issue that a lot of lights have, and that is if you're fading to black, down the bottom end, it gets a little bit jittery. Okay, so like I was saying, that's not something that's unique to this light. That is something that happens with a lot of lights. So let's have a look. All right, so I'm going to do a 5-second fade down. And a 5-second fade up. So a little bit jittery, not too bad, not the worst I've seen, but you know, it's pretty much on average. So it's not by any stretch of the imagination a very top end light when it comes to its DMX, fading, but still pretty damn good. The only thing I think they could improve on this to make this, in my opinion, a top end professional light is basically the DMX profiles. So the DMX profiles, there are no profiles that mix modes. So at the moment you've got CCT, HSL and gel modes. It would be good if there was a mode that mixed CCT with gel mode or CCT with HSI. So I think that's something they could work on, and that would really take this to being a top quality, top end professional light. So now they've got the battery issue sorted out, I'm really looking forward to using this light on set, not just for its color capabilities in terms of its RGB capabilities, but this truly is an amazing color rendering light. So I'm very happy for Luxley that the software issues have been sorted out. I'm Andrew Locke, see you on the next episode of Gaffer and Gear. Don't forget to click subscribe.